Hi guys, Scott here, and just trying to present some things to you for your Bathos groups to discuss. And what I'm going to do is it's going to present to you some questions to ask and to talk about, and then I'll pause the video and then we'll come back and ask some other questions, and we'll do 3 or 4 of those just to help you get started. And if you guys can, in the process of asking these questions, that might build some momentum where you begin to think of some questions as well, and to talk about around the group with each other. That'd be awesome. So anyway, I'm just going to try to start large and then move down into the topic closer and closer that we talked about tonight at Underground. The first one is that just to go around the room and see, has anyone ever heard a sermon that just kept echoing in your head and just kept talking to you, kept speaking to you, and you could just see your life beginning to make some small, subtle, simple changes because of that sermon that you heard? And so think about it, and then go around and share if that's ever happened to you, and what was it about, and what was some of the outcome, if you can do that. So okay, I'll let you talk about that question first. Thanks. A second question, I hope that conversation went really well for you guys, but a second question would be, have you ever had God knock you off your horse? I mean, has there ever been an experience that you had that that in a very large way recalibrated your life, and God was at work in that experience? So go around the circle and talk about that with each other if you guys can think of some things that fit that question. So there you go. Okay, out of tonight's topic, we talked about, are there some barriers or some boundaries that you have? They're in place. These are dividing lines that you have lived with and worked to put there, but maybe God is saying those boundaries, barriers, those lines are needing to change. And this probably has maybe something to do with a relationship you have, or a relationship that you're supposed to have. And think about that. Are there some boundaries or barriers or some lines that you've drawn with some people that God is kind of asking you to make some changes there? So contemplate that, and then have conversation about that around the group. Thanks. And then finally, I'll just ask, are there some boundaries or barriers or some lines about yourself, some things that you have come to limit or box in, or maybe label in a way that is that doesn't bring life, that doesn't agree with the way God describes you and would think of you, and that maybe there is a need to begin to make some adjustments with the way that you think about your own self. So there's another question. I know that as I'm moving from wide open sermon that maybe you've heard that brought some changes to the ways that you're thinking about yourself, is getting more and more personal. But with your group, I hope that you're safe with each other and trust each other, and you can share some of this kind of information with each other. So I hope it's a great discussion. Hope you have a great group, and I hope everything goes well. And if there's anything that comes out of this that you would think that I would like to know, I would love to hear from it. But anyway, hope you have a great meeting, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.